Morning, everybody. So this is my Coffee and Rocks, episode 5. And today got out of bed and my body is just, it's purging. And it's just so much tension coming out of my body. It's just crazy. So I'm ready to get to work and start crafting because I've got so many cool bracelets coming up. But my body's like, nope, not today. And I've made it a point as I run my business that I have to work in overflow. So on days like today where I'm not in overflow, this is when I'm taking time to utilize that energy elsewhere and just like healing my body. So I can't be out of overflow often. You know what I'm saying, when I'm creating. So I have to constantly work on myself. And so days like today where I'm not physically able to craft because my hands are all swollen and my back hurts, and just the recovery from my job, it's amazing. So today my episode's about gratitude, and I'm day 2 in essentially my sovereignty. Started my holiday, but I'm still employed till the 21st, which is nice, but I get to utilize the holiday pay as well, so it's so amazing. And I'm grateful for that. That I get to finish out this month. Like I'll still, as I get situated in all of this, it's like I still have things happening. It's amazing. But I'm over here by my garden today, and Honey made a post this morning about the timeline feeling weird, things feeling different, and I'm here to tell you, yesterday we had the sun out. It's like middle of December, and it felt like 65 degrees on a warm spring day. We spent the day outside, grounding and playing. It just on the swings, on the slide, playing tag, playing with the dog, playing. I have this lawn game called Boules, and it's like bocce ball, but it's like with aluminum orbs rather than the ceramic ones. And they're smaller, so it's like throwing cannonballs, but big enough or small enough that my little one can throw. So we've been playing that too. But here's what's crazy: it's the middle of December. I have indoor plants, and I've never had this happen. So I've got some fuchsias that come in bloom middle of winter. Like this isn't normal. And I got a petunia that's in here. My plants, they look like they're in the seasons, but what the heck? I got flowers blooming. Like, it's just amazing. Like, anyway, still got life. I mean, I got my vines up here. These things, I love these ones. My daughter's little spider plant. We're going to start planting those things everywhere because I love them so much. But, yeah, my ivies are coming in. Oh, I got this new one here. So grateful. Look how purple that is. So cool. Anyway, so it's middle of December and it feels like spring. That's not weird. Again, the locals here in Idaho tell me that the winter times get really harsh, and there's like really like heavy snow, lots of snow, like icy roads. And since I've been here, no. And I'm just like, what the heck? So it's like I love snow because of like the childhood like euphoria of it. But wherever I go, it just seems like there's no snow. Maybe I don't know. Maybe my beacon of light is much bigger than I think, and that's just why. That's what I'm beginning to think this. But I'm so grateful. I'm gonna sit down here in my living room. Enjoy my cup of coffee. But yeah. I'm so grateful. Like, I'm day 2, essentially, in my sovereignty. I mean, that's just how it is. But we are. I'm just. Hi, buddy. Hi, Fox. Don't bump my table. My dog, every time, 100% of the time I sit down, he thinks it's time to play, it's time to scratch, it's time, like, every single time. Oh, it's so funny. Huh. Yeah, He's a good dog most of the time. He's in a teenager phase right now, and he's been kind of a bully to other dogs lately. He's like, come on, man, I love all dogs. You don't need to protect me. Like, I don't need protecting. Because, yeah, like, I can communicate with him to some degree, but I think he doesn't like what I have to say. We have different ideas, I guess. Yeah, I'm talking about you. What? I'm talking about you. Yeah. Yeah, this is going on YouTube. Shh, Eleanor's sleeping. Yeah, deal with it. Oh man, he acts like one of my children. Hey, Eleanor's sleeping. Be respectful to that. So funny. See, I don't like waking up my children. That was a stress and anxiety that I had as a child. Um, and so, like with my little 4-year-old, because we're coming into sovereignty, I want to do homeschooling. Like she's going to be with me a lot. It's just I don't want to disrupt the sleep cycles, the sleep patterns. Whatever your body's feeling it needs to do, I feel that we should be able to do that. And so, like with my little one, I allow her to sleep. She goes to bed when she wants. I mean, she's reasonable. I mean, if it's getting late, it's like, no, we're going to lay down, and then she'll usually crash out. But, like 10, we're creeping on 10:30 kind of thing. It's like, no, it's bedtime. But but she sleeps, and she'll sleep as long as she needs. Some days she's up when I get up. Some days she's up till later, which is nice on those days. Allows me to work on me, do me things, craft, do a lot. Because I usually get up around 4 in the morning. So I've been doing my meditations and breathing and just, loving my body. I think because I have a lot of physical body pain, I give my body gratitude. Thank you for allowing me to get through that. Thank you for carrying this. Thank you. Like I'm always talking to my body, like all of it. So wherever my pains are, rather than focusing on what the pain is, I just give it love. Just saying, I understand why you're inflamed, but thank you for allowing me to do my job. Like whatever it may be, it's like I'm loving what it is, acknowledging that there's pain, but I'm also allowing it just by vocalizing it. It like transmutes it. And so I have quicker recoveries. Like the way I'm feeling now, I feel like an average guy at my age. It feels the way I do. It would take a few days to get recovered. And yeah, I'm on day 2 of it. But yeah, my body's just purging. It's amazing. And I'm grateful. So today, I'm enjoying my life. I'm just giving gratitude. If I'm not in overflow, I focus on me. And it's so important, being a positive influence and energy and being a beacon of light. I mean, it takes a lot of energy. I mean, I'll be real with you. It takes a lot of energy. But to maintain that, like, you have to be focused. You have to be committed. You have to be listening to what this is telling you. To maintain that. And a few months ago, that was my concern. It's like, I'm learning how to maintain my overflow. How do I do this? And what I realized when I'm getting into like the realm of quantum mechanics, because I was so worried about focusing on overflow, it's like the lack of overflow is what came. And when I made the shift of, okay, what am I doing right now to ensure that tomorrow I'm in overflow? And when I shifted it like that, that's when it was like a light bulb, like on Despicable Me, light bulb. But it was like understanding the quantum physics of things, understanding the how energy is being moved around us, how the world is creating ripples as we move. As I began learning this and the quantum mechanics of things, it began making sense when I started applying it. I was just watching a video yesterday about a guy talking about it, and the first step that he had to actually really manifesting in your world was acceptance. And that was just mind blowing to me. Acceptance. Acceptance of what is. And basically, what that means is I'm coming into sovereignty. Sure, there's that looming fear that my family keeps reminding of that I'm going to fail and fall flat on my face. Cancel that. I'm not doing that. But because I've been learning about the quantum realm, I can't give that fear the energy, because what's going to happen is that reality is going to bring itself forward. So it's like I can't sit here and say I'm not going to fail, I'm not going to fail, but because I'm focused on the failure, I'm focused past tense, the negative, we bring that in. And so how do we focus on the positive? Well, we have a neutral approach. And that's what he was proposing. It's neutrality. So, yeah, it's scary thinking about that. I had to get rid of the matrix to be free of the matrix, and without the security net of a matrix job. That is terrifying when you actually think about it. But when you're thinking about the terror that it may bring, that's going to be the reality. So my approach for the last few months, when I set that affirmation, never focused on the fear, ever. Rather, it focused on what I get to do with my girls. Being sovereign, doing my business, and succeeding, it's focusing on that love of what my daughters get to experience as we work together, because we're all creators in this family. We all create. And it's amazing, and I'm so grateful for that. So that focus on the love, the positive, the neutral. So it's like my job, it's essentially, it's done. I naturally, you'd be a little nervous about that, but me, I'm just like, cool. I'm gonna go back to my normal 4 days off my mentality of I get to be me, I get to be sovereign. I already prepared myself for this, and mentally, and I've been working on my nervous system, and I'm so grateful that, yeah, I wanted to just run with this the way this is going, but I was taking the wisdom that was taught by Tommy, by Honey, by Jimmy, working on your nervous system, working on yourself, working, walking with flow, walking with grace, rather than trying to fight and force things. Because in quantum mechanics, it literally is that. If you're fighting and forcing, you're attracting more of that outcome you're fighting against. So it's like, if you want to see the things that are coming in, you have to have a neutral approach, no emotion. Like, if it's triggering you, well, you need to figure out why you're triggered first, and then reassess it. Come back to it when you're not triggered by it anymore. Because when you can approach these things that you desire without emotion, like, you yourself is getting out of the way to bring what you're wanting. That's really what neutrality is it's like, if you're looking at martial arts and, like, karate or whatever, I'm sure there's specialty ones, but it's not a matter of attack. It's a matter of how to use your opponent's energy against them. And really, it's just get out of the way. And then you can manipulate it once they're past. So it's this concept is the same in quantum mechanics. So if we can approach something that we're afraid of with neutral, we're not afraid, we're not happy, we're not anything, like just neutral, plain up, okay, that's what it is. Then we can get out of the way and allow what we're actually envisioning, the positive, that allows the positive to start shining. When the events that we approach that would bring us fear, that's the negative, and it comes at us, we need to practice being neutral about it. Being still, being calm, breathing. all the things that they're telling us to heal our body, it's the same when we're dealing with events in our life and what we're trying to bring in our life. And it's so simple, we can't do it. uh, uh, and so I've been practicing. And yeah, well, I haven't told my family about any of this yet because I'm not. I need to be very high vibe to shield myself from the fears that will be projected. I mean, it's how they are. They're not NPCs, but they they just have they're stuck in some of their beliefs on things. You know, they're used to the matrix system, and that's okay. But they're not asleep. That's the whole thing. They're not NPCs. They're not asleep, but they, are used to that the matrix life, and I'm ready to do it. Oh, by the way, my dad just retired. I'm so proud of him. He gets to live his life sovereign the same time I do. So it's like, maybe my dad might be able to help me with some of this because he'll have some time. So I'm just kind of thinking, if he would be interested in getting involved with crystals more, so that I can help push a bigger business. But yeah, this is such a good time. The timing of everything, like I can't, I just can't even imagine. It's just so wonderful, and I'm so grateful. This is just amazing. So I gotta trim my mustache today. uh, but I love my little ones, my girls, my teenager. She's creating this new portrait that is just mind blowing, and she's doing it on cardboard. She's doing it with just recycled things, and it's amazing. And she's been doing this pottery stuff. She's doing ceramics. Like my daughter, she's just a creator. It's amazing. I love seeing it. And my little one, though, she's gonna be on a different way of creating. She's not so much in the arts, but creating other things. Because she's like no bullshit, no emotional bullshit. Like my daughter holds me accountable. I'm just like, what? Like you're a spitting image of me, and how she behaves. I'm grateful for that. She keeps me on my toes. She keeps me in check, and she doesn't realize that she does it. But my little one, she's very intelligent, very perceptive, uh, a very advanced soul. I'm gonna say that right now. Um, she's constantly keeping me in check, like she's my mother of some sort. It's really weird. Um, but my mom's still alive, so it's not my mother. um, but she is just okay. I gotta share this with you. So I like to open talk with my child because I have this belief and understanding about things that children, when they're speaking their truth, I'm really convinced to this point, based on my experiences, that children are really seeing what they're seeing. They're actually, like, their reality is that. I'm beginning to understand that. So for shits and giggles, I just asked my daughter, I'm just like, hey, um, so if you could see your soul, what color do you think your soul is? And she's like, it's pink. I was like, pink, huh? And she's like, and I was like, is it like magenta pink? Is it like periwinkle pink? Is it like light pink? And she's like, it's like white pink. And I was like, huh. I was like, and how do you know this? And she's like, because that's just how I am. And I was just like, I was like, so I've been doing some research on different star seeds, indigo babies and blue babies, um, and as I'm learning about colors, periwinkle, like Honey Golden talks about the periwinkle skies that we're going to start seeing, and I'm already seeing glints of it in the sun. Like I see the pink magenta aura around the sun. So I don't. It's going to happen. I can see that. But my daughter, I'm pretty like I don't know that when I felt into it, um, energetically, I think she does actually have a pink colored soul. And she was so confident about it, and I was just like, okay, cool. Like, I'm excited for you. Like, can you imagine shining pink, like radiating that? Um, and if so, I would probably would be able to see it in her aura. Which I have, I'm working on that. I get glints of aura, like it's white that I can see illuminating off people, but it's like based on frequency. And when I see that happen, it's like I've done lots of breathing and my pineal's activated, and you know, and I can see light, like my shoulders. It would have like light coming off here, but not colors like I used to as a kid. As a kid, I see colors. And so my daughter said that hers is pink. It's like, okay, I kind of believe that because I was seeing colors on people too when I was her age, literally spit and image her age. Um, I remember sitting in church and sitting next to somebody that had a shadow looming over them. And it made me feel so uncomfortable because I felt like there was a ghost on them. But right in front of me was an elderly lady that had this bright golden peach color. It was like yellow gold to like orange. She was sitting right in front of me, but it was like as I revisit the memory through my remote viewing practices, her light and his light was like a yin and the yang. It was like this, and it was repelling, and in a way, it was kind of protecting me. But I kept crying about it, and my parents were telling me to shut up and and settle down. There's nothing to worry about. But I was really having that experience, and so when I see that with my little one, when she starts talking about these things, it's like I get it. I remember. And that's what's becoming magical is I think these children that are coming in, they're not going to tolerate for negative anything. Like my daughter is already doing that to me. She keeps me in check when I'm feeling like low vibes. She's like says something so sweet and kind, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. And immediately I shift my mind because I'm like, a child is parenting me. Like the heck, I need and it's like, you know but we work together. It's like synergistic. It's amazing. And I'm so grateful. But it's just, these are good times. They're magical. And I love them. I know I don't like doing these very long, but, I enjoy vocalizing. I enjoy talking. And I don't try to use it as a weapon, but as a way of sending energy to people. Um, just again, if I could plug into my head, which I'm not going to do that Neuralink bullshit, but if I was able to like extract the memory of how I'm perceiving my world and put it on a screen, um, y'all would be fascinated what my world sees. Because there are times it's like Neo seeing the Matrix of the green letters and symbols flowing through all things. There are times that it's perceived in that way. I don't know how to explain it, but colors are more vibrant. The colors are so beautiful. They're vivid, they're bold, and they're warm. Like the purple behind me is so radiant. That's why I like it. But low vibe people would see my room as very dark and dungeon-esque. But me, this room is so bright, and I love it. My crystals right there with my dragon guardian. I'm so grateful what I've accomplished coming from what I've come from. I had a lot of things go against me, and I was, why me kind of mindset. Why am I going through this again? It's like, what happened before I moved out here, I certainly wasn't attracting it. It just kind of happened that way. It just was wild. And I think that whole experience was the universe asking if I was healed from the first go around. Just sad to say, because there's so many people that were involved in this, but especially the children. My little one, she's involved in it. But that's part of their journey. That's part of their script. You know, that's what they have to experience for them to learn and grow on this earth. So I'm not here to judge that. I went through a horrendous time with my oldest one's mother. Um, Again, when I love somebody, I'm all in, and I don't just love anybody. Like you, like I put you through the test, the ringer. Like, and if you're there, you're there. You know. But yeah, I didn't do that with my first one. She put me through the ringer. But you know, and I went through, you know, from my oldest. I mean, I was remained celibate pretty much for like 12 years after that because I was just like, um, I know I just didn't want to open that door. So it took me 12 years to heal from that. At which point I found, you know, I tried dating here and there, but nothing really clicked for me. Like really, like where I was fully energetically involved until my youngest one's mother. So there's that 12-year cycle that it keeps popping up, and we're talking about the 12-12 portal, which is so interesting. But it's I'm grateful for the experience because the universe certainly did test me and see if I was healed. Sure, I was triggered at first because I felt like my whole world was ripped from me, like tearing flesh off, like the skin off my flesh. That's how it felt. Because I didn't know where to go. You know, I was homeless. I mean, if I didn't move out here to Idaho with my mother to have the room, I essentially would have been homeless living out of my car. That was, and I had 3 days to get out. I had no job. I was a stay-at-home dad trying to push my jewelry business, and that was the conversation that happened. She's like, "I'm done. I want you out. I'm holding you back." Blah blah blah. She's trying to put, you know, act like she's just been, you know, a certain way, and in a way she was. But I'm somebody that works through things. Like I'm reasonable. I can communicate clearly. Sure, I might have feelings about things. Sure, and I'm entitled to have feelings about it. But um, the things that she was talking about in my mind, I was like, well, these are things that couples do work on. Like these are things that a lot of couples are, you know, the things that she was bringing up. But her whole tone and body language of "I'm done, I can't do this anymore," for me energetically, that's when I was like, "How long do I got?" That's all I really said. "How long do I got?" And she said, "By the end of the week." That was 3 days. So I had to be out of the house. Again, this is what I was in. So I came out here to Idaho because my dad's house had flooded, so he had nothing in the basement. Like there was no space. My brother had just moved in from California with him, so that like I couldn't move back in with my dad. So I was like, "Hey mom, I'm in this situation," and she's like, "Well, if you want to come out to Arco, I got an extra room you can use while you get on your feet," and I did. I mean, out of desperation, I had to. So it was the easiest way for me to get on my feet, and I am so grateful that that was available for me. Now, my dad, little did I know, my bio dad, my bio stepdad, um, little did I know he was getting ready to sell his house. Now, he had bought a house out there because he worked at the INL, and it's, you know, a 40-minute drive to work for him versus the hour and a half from Pocatello. Um, or hour and 10 minutes or whatever. But I didn't know he was trying to sell the house. And so that, you know, in a way that kind of pushed me to have to get into my own place and figure out where I was going to go. So I was working for Proud Source Water. If you got bottled water, that Proud Source, oh my gosh, their product is amazing. It's fine. It's right from Mackay, Idaho, and it's like it's got the highest pH of water. Proud Source Water. Yes, I'm advertising for them, even though I'm not being paid. That's okay. But Proud Source Water, oh my gosh, an amazing product. Just an amazing product. So I worked for the company out there in Mackay to get on my feet and learned a lot about water. It's amazing. Learned about Idaho's water. This area we have Craters of the Moon, which is like a complete volcanic area of molten like lava, and the water that's coming from there is like coming from Earth's core. It's just amazing. It's like way down. And it's super pH. Like they tested, it's like an 8.5 pH water right from the earth. Like what the heck? And so it's amazing water, proud source water. And they come in those aluminum, bottle cans. Well, good morning, little girl. I'm filming right now. Give me a hug. You silly girl. You get a coffee kiss. My mustache had coffee and I kissed her. And now my dog's like, love me too. So funny. So anyway, I got on my feet in Mackie. And I needed to find a place. And so I couldn't find a place to live. I couldn't get approved for anything, obviously, for a house. Otherwise, I probably would have just bought my dad's house or worked something out. But I just, because I hadn't been working for a year as a stay-home dad, and certainly didn't have a down payment. It just wasn't feasible. I was in a rough spot. Here I am, middle-aged, and 2 kids and a dog, and I'm homeless. Not really. My parents, I'm so grateful they were available, but that was the reality they could have faced. If my arrogance and pride had gotten in the way, I would have been homeless. But it was very humbling to have to go through that. But I think the universe was really testing me if I'm healed from my previous one, and I think I succeeded, which is amazing. I'm so grateful, and what we've accomplished now as a family. I'm looking at my daughter because she's so cute. Did you sleep okay?
His name is Cinnamon Bun.
Cinnamon Bun, I love that name. Oh, I love cinnamon rolls.
Actually, his name is Cinnamon Roll.
Cinnamon Roll now? I like Cinnabon better.
His eyes are covered by his ears.
Yeah.
I put my little bath toys in here.
Your little bath toys in there. It's a perfect size.
Yeah.
For your dozens of little tiny trinkets. Oh, but yeah, it appears I'm going to need to conclude this. But I've been through a hard... Yes, Eleanor.
If you move into the Mary house, you gotta take some stuff with you, and then you can come back to your house, and then move another house, come back, another house, come back, another house.
Well, yeah. When I move into a new place, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we'll be doing.
Yeah.
And I've made a clear vision of where we're going to move to our new place. We're going to have our own home. You're going to have your own bedroom. Yeah, we're going to have a big yard for Fox to run in and a place that we can start our garden and a bee farm. You excited for that?
Yeah, we can plant some plants behind our garden.
We can plant all sorts of things. That's what's so exciting. Oh, she's so cute, isn't she? Anyway, Eleanor, I got to finish this. I got to wrap this up and end my audience. But anyway, I'm so grateful for everything, and I'm glad you guys have listened to this. Holy cow, it's 33 minutes and 33 seconds. That's crazy. So, I love you guys. I'm so grateful. Take a minute to really give gratitude today. The boat does not push the water. The water flows around the boat. That's how it moves. So take a minute to really just be grateful. Just be kind. Love yourself. Talk to your body, really. My body's adjusting a lot. And, I am shedding weight. I am fixing things, but I'm not doing what the mainstream says. Oh, you got to go kill yourself at the gym and you got to do these crazy diets. No. I'm listening to my body. My body says, hey, let's tweak this. Let's tweak that. Let's tweak this. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. And I make it a habit. This is what I do. And then I add another thing and another thing. And slowly I'm evolving. And what's happening is I'm not stressed now. Again, I did the boxing thing. I've lost tons of weight. I know how to do it. But that feeling of stress and anxiety that came with it is why I became this again. Is because I held on to all that. All that weight loss was tied to fear. So what had happened? I reverted. So this time around, I'm doing it with love. And that just means listening to myself. You know, like I could drink coffee all day long. I don't do that anymore. I get my beaker, 2/3 of the way full, and that's what I have. But I'm also using real ingredients. Like I'm not adding all that fake bullshit like Starbucks. No, that shit's gross. Like it's way too sweet. Way too, like it's not even coffee at that point. So anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for my conversation. It's my little one. Oh yes, you're so cute. Say hi.
No.
No. Okay. But have a good day, guys. Thank you for enjoying your cup of coffee with me. If you haven't done it yet, hit subscribe, hit that like, and listen to my conversations. Like, I'm just your friendly old teddy bear over here, jewelry crafter and a crystal healer. Like, that's just what I like to do. I like to help people. So, yeah, let me know how I can help you. Like, seriously. I'm just excited. But this is how I like to start my morning, so I figure, why not? I'm going to start doing these live. You know what? Leave in the comments down below if you would like to start seeing these live. I could get them started. We'll do it 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and y'all can plug in at that time. Let's do a live one. Like, seriously. Let me know what you think. Put in the comments down below of doing lives. Because instead of recording all this, like, I would much rather just do lives and have open conversations. I'm totally cool with that. So just let me know what you think down there. But yeah, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's share the love, guys. Y'all have a wonderful and amazing day, and bless you. Bye.